pick 3 players in Texas. Had a special request asking how are the 317 rundowns working with key digit numbers. So I want to share with you a couple tips. Hopefully it'll help you lock in some hot numbers. Be sure that you're taking good notes, okay? And if you're not from Texas, you're just interested in watching the video, definitely backtrack to see if these patterns are hot for your state. They could be helpful. Now, I have to give a caution. I can't guarantee hits on the channel or in the membership. So please, I need you guys to play responsibly. Make sure you practice on paper first before you start going to the store spending money, okay? All right. So we have 2 examples, and make sure you stay till the end, okay? All right. So we're going to go back because Texas has 4 draws per day. Yes, y'all do. And I like key digits for especially for Texas because it can help you lock in where some of the hottest numbers could be just based on a couple of hot numbers, okay? Now, again, this may not work 100% of the time, and it may not come the next draw. Sometimes you have to hold on to a couple of numbers for a couple of days. So I'm just letting you know that ahead of time, okay? So let's go with our first example, August 6th, nighttime. In Texas, 845 was the hit, okay? So again, we're using that 317 rundown. The next thing you need to know is once you lock in your last previous hit that you're using, you have to put the grid together. So how do we do that? How do we count this out? Very simply, we're going to add each of these numbers down the columns, okay? So for the first column, we're going to add 3 all the way down. So 3 plus 8 is 11. Okay, for your 2-digit numbers, only use your ones, place your 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Only use your 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. Only use your 2. Okay, 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 plus 3 is 8. So the number you start with should be the number you end with. All right. Then you would add 1 all the way down the second column, 7 all the way down the third column. Now there's some special numbers I want you to pay attention to, and that's the number 2 and the number 7, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that, sometimes these numbers, they have hits like hot numbers running either above them or to the bottom, literally a straight 3 numbers. So I want to show you how that might be working in Texas. I have another video that I'm uploading. Make sure you check that out. We're going to go over DC, Georgia, and Tennessee using the key digits of 2s and 7s. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll have that in the description as well. Okay, back to Texas. Now, key digits, I call them that because when I see them, it trains my eye to look at a certain area of the rundowns, possibly because numbers may hit straight above it or straight below it. And they don't have to be in particular order. I know people are looking for those straight hits. I gotcha. Well, look, we're going to get what we can get. Okay. All right. So anyways, 2 and 7. If you notice on this grid, if you look, there's doubles. We have double 7. We have a double 2. 2 and 7 is actually the same number. They're actually mirror numbers, okay? So when you see a 2 and 7, if they're in paired forms like this, like doubles, pay attention to them. That could be telling you, hey, look at me. Numbers here could be high. Yay. All right. So just in case you need other mirrored numbers, make sure you jot that list down, okay? Okay. Like that 0 could be a 5, or 5 could be a 0. The 1 could be a 6, 6 could be a 1. All right. 2 could be a 7, 7 could be a 2. 3 could be an 8, 8 could be a 3. 4 could be a 9, and a 9 could be a 4. So pay attention to that. So if I'm looking at this grid for Texas and I'm looking for hot numbers, and I'm tired of being part of the one-off club, so I'm going to say, you know what? It could be that if I put the numbers across, maybe they'll come out, right? So if I look at the 7-7, I'm going to write down 469. If I look below the 7-7, I'm just going to put in 083. And what you do to one part of the rundown, you're going to do to the next, because these are all just mirrors of each other, okay? Remember, the same numbers, just opposite. Like, you see where the 776 is? When you mirror it for the 317, it becomes a 221. So that's going to change the numbers a little bit. Why do you want to do that? You don't know where the numbers could be hitting from. So if you're going to do all this work, cover yourself. You don't know how many people say, Miss Florida, I could hear you screaming, cover yourself while I was playing the ticket, honey. And I'd be like, it's okay. I tried to warn you. But anyways, if I look at the 2-2, now the numbers are going to change a little bit. So where the 469 was, that becomes a 914. And where the 083, that becomes a 538. Okay. And I think we had like 538 for Florida that hit not too long ago. So, ooh, hopefully that's going to be traveling, y'all. Ooh. Anyways, back to this. Well, the next night, I try to look for, especially because this is 4 draws, you really don't want to have to go back 2 or 3 days with Texas because y'all have too many draws per day. But the next night, okay, 964 hit. 964. They just wrote it backwards. That's it. 964. Bam. Okay. I told you I'm trying to get it easy, y'all. I'm tired of being a part of the one-off club. Okay, I'm tired. Y'all tired? Y'all go ahead and give me a like real quick. I so appreciate that. If you know anybody in Texas or anyone that plays Pick 3 and they're looking for some hot strategies, definitely share the video with them. I so appreciate you guys for doing that. Okay, but don't leave just yet because y'all already about to hold on, because things are going to change here for a second. Okay, that's why I tell people to hold on. They get half the story, they get half the results, and I got to hear their full comments. No. Make sure you watch this. There's a change here. August 8th, nighttime in Texas, the hit was 011. Okay, now remember we were looking at pairs. Sometimes your 2, and I wrote this wrong. Hold on. I messed up. I know. I'm going to hear it in the comments. You can't count. Yeah, I can. All right. Your 2 and 7, when you see them, and they're in front or in back of mirrors or doubles, please pay attention to them. Please. Sometimes the pairs may not be doubles or mirrors. Sometimes the single number is sitting in front or back. This is why I want you to know your mirrors. Now, 4 and 9, 9 and 4, they're the same number. Okay, it's almost like saying like 9-9 or 4-4. Okay, but when you mix the numbers together, we call them mirrors. Okay, so if you see these keys, just 2s and 7s, it could be telling you a couple things. For some states, it could be telling you that 9-4 or 4-9 pair is coming up very soon. Okay, which it still could. And then sometimes it can also be telling you the numbers on top are hot and the numbers on the bottom are hot. Okay. Also, it could be telling you that anything with the number 2 or 7 could be hot. Okay, that's what I wanted you to stay on. Now watch this. If I took the numbers on top and bottom, we got 635, 259. Okay. If we go to the 497, what do we have? 180 and 704. And I would have stopped right there and said, well, I know what I know, honey. I know I'm going to get me something. And tell everybody in the house, hey, we're going to have us some food tonight. Don't be ordering out tonight. And you would have went to the store, came back, and you would have lost. Okay. No fish sandwiches for y'all. So here's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Pay attention. There could be changes, honey. The other thing about this is why I wanted to show you both for Texas. Sometimes this could be telling you, and there's someone that used to use this as what they call a forecast number. I believe that was Candle Lotto Shop. I want to make sure I give credit where credit's due. I didn't come up with that forecast number name, but these could be future numbers telling you that something on the chart with a 2 or 7 could be hot. So another way to look at this is look at all the numbers that have 2s and 7s, okay? So what has a 2? 328. Let me see if I can write it here. 328, okay. 259 has a 2, okay. All right, what has a 7? Let me see here. What has a 7? 704 and 873. Okay. So again, we could look at it in 2 different ways. The numbers that are on top or the bottom, but we could also look at the numbers that have that forecast number, that 2 or that 7. Okay. And what actually hit? 873. Right here, they used the key of 7. Key of 7, honey. We had it here on this list. Okay. So that's why I wanted you to wait, because some people turn it, oh, I got it. Be careful. Sometimes our keys could be just telling us, especially if they're in front of mirrors or doubles, that you're looking for a number that's going across that has that forecast number. Shout out again to Candle Lotto Shop. I remember learning that term when she was sharing some of her hot tips way back when. So yeah, pay attention to it. There's stuff here. Whenever you guys see hits that are going straight across when you're backtracking and you're saying, how did that hit? How did I miss it? Pay attention to the top and bottom of the numbers, or if there's like a special key digit in front of a mirror or double. Okay, that can help you start to study on how these numbers or patterns are coming. So go ahead and hit that like. I so appreciate your support. Share it with all the people you know that play Pick 3 that need some hot strategies. I so appreciate that. But don't stop there. Make sure when you guys have time, check out that membership if you're serious about your Pick 3 lottery games and you want those channel perks, exclusive videos, prediction lists, and our member-only live streams. So make sure you check that out. I'll have a link in the description. Thank y'all so much. I had so much fun with Texas. Go get them. Practice on paper first, and we'll see you guys on the next video.